Have you ever gazed into the mirror and wondered why some individuals seem to defy the relentless march of time, performing feats that leave most of their peers in awe? Picture this: a 74-year-old man strides confidently across a golf course, his swing as powerful as it was decades ago, while his contemporaries lean on canes or sit sidelined. The truth is startling. After 70, only a rare 5% of people retain extraordinary abilities that set them apart from the crowd. These aren't merely fortunate souls blessed by chance. They've sculpted their lives with habits and lifestyles that keep them stronger, sharper, and more resilient than the vast majority. In this exploration, we'll plunge into 5 remarkable traits that only this elite 5% of seniors can still claim, unraveling the secrets behind their exceptional longevity and vitality. Whether it's the strength to hoist a grandchild into the air, the mental acuity to outwit a chess opponent, or energy levels that radiate youth, these qualities are scarce but not unattainable. If you're here, you might already possess the seeds of these traits, or perhaps you're poised to cultivate them. Stay with me until the end, because we'll unearth what truly distinguishes this extraordinary group and how you can weave their habits into the fabric of your own life. Let's dive in. Number 1, maintaining full mobility without assistance. For most, reaching 70 heralds a quiet surrender to physical limitations, especially when it comes to mobility. Joints creak, steps falter, and the simple act of climbing stairs becomes a negotiation with pain. Yet, within that rare 5%, there exists a defiant few who move with the grace of youth, walking effortlessly, bending down to tie a shoe, or ascending a staircase without a flicker of stiffness. This isn't a gift bestowed by genetics alone. It's the fruit of lifelong dedication to habits that preserve flexibility, bolster muscle strength, and sharpen balance. Consider Richard, a 74-year-old retired teacher whose mornings begin with a 3-mile walk through dew-kissed parks, his stride steady and purposeful. Twice a week, he tees off on the golf course, his body fluid and unhindered, while his peers watch from the clubhouse, their canes resting against the wall. Richard's secret lies in a simple, unshakable rule: never let a day pass without movement. While others succumb to the slow creep of inactivity, years spent in armchairs or avoiding exertion out of fear, he challenges his body daily, ensuring his joints remain limber and his muscles engaged. But it's not just about staying active, it's about the kind of movement. These exceptional seniors don't settle for leisurely strolls alone. They weave stretching into their routines, easing tension from their hamstrings and hips, and practice balance exercises that keep them steady on uneven ground. Resistance training, even with light weights or body resistance, is a cornerstone. Studies reveal it staves off the muscle loss that creeps in with age. Richard, for instance, incorporates lunges and squats into his walks, feeling the satisfying burn in his legs and core. His back remains strong, his posture a testament to years of mindful alignment. Posture, often overlooked, is another linchpin. Slouching compresses the spine, strains joints, and invites pain, but the top 5% stand tall. Richard checks his reflection in shop windows as he walks, shoulders back, core engaged, refusing to let gravity win. Even at home, seated with a cup of tea, he maintains that subtle tension in his midsection, treating his body as if he's still 40. The moment you start acting old, he says with a wry smile, your body listens. For Richard and his ilk, mobility isn't a fluke, it's a craft, honed through consistency, variety, and an unwavering refusal to let time dictate their limits. Number 2, staying mentally sharp and quick-witted. What if your mind could remain a steel trap, even as the decades pile on? For many seniors, aging brings a fog, names slip away, conversations drift, and focus frays at the edges. But for the remarkable 5%, mental clarity endures like a beacon. They think on their feet, recall details with precision, and spar in debates with the agility of youth. This isn't mere luck. It's the result of treating the brain like a muscle, one they've trained relentlessly over a lifetime. Meet Edward, a 76-year-old whose eyes sparkle with mischief as he recounts a novel he read last week, every plot twist intact in his memory. While his peers fumble for words or lose the thread of a story, Edward plays chess with his grandson, his moves swift and strategic, or engages in lively discussions over dinner, his wit as sharp as ever. His secret? He's never stopped challenging his mind. Each day he dives into a dense biography, learns a new chord on his guitar, or tackles a Sudoku puzzle that demands focus. Routine is the enemy, he declares, his voice firm. The brain craves a fight. Research backs him up. Activities that demand deep concentration, like reading complex texts or mastering an instrument, can slow cognitive decline. Edward avoids the passive trap of endless TV reruns, opting instead for pursuits that force his mind to stretch. Social engagement is another weapon in his arsenal. He hosts friends for tea, trading ideas and laughter, or debates politics with his 30-something neighbor, keeping his perspective fresh and adaptable. Isolation dulls the mind, but connection sharpens it. Studies show seniors with robust social ties outpace their solitary counterparts in cognitive health. Sleep, too, is sacred to Edward. While many dismiss restless nights as an inevitable part of aging, he guards his rest fiercely, dimming lights early and keeping a steady bedtime. Deep, restorative sleep, 7 to 8 hours, knits together the day's lessons, cementing memories and refreshing his mental edge. When you blend lifelong learning, vibrant conversation, and quality rest, you forge a mind that defies the years. Edward's not just surviving, he's thriving, a testament to the power of deliberate mental upkeep. Number 3, maintaining strong, pain-free joints without medication. Imagine waking up each morning, your knees bending smoothly as you rise, your hips swaying without a whisper of stiffness. For most, aging entwines itself with joint pain, aching knees, creaky hips, and a reliance on pills or procedures to dull the discomfort. Yet within that elite 5 frame, there are those who glide through their 70s and beyond with joints as resilient as ever, unmarred by chronic pain or the need for medication. This isn't a miracle of biology alone. It's the outcome of proactive habits woven into their daily lives long before trouble could take root. Take Robert, a 74-year-old whose mornings unfold with ease. He bends to tend his garden, kneels to pet his dog, and strides across the park without a hint of hesitation, while his peers pop ibuprofen or wince with every step. Robert's approach is rooted in foresight. He never waited for pain to dictate his actions. Instead, he built a foundation of low-impact movement, choosing swimming over running, gentle yoga over jarring leaps. Sitting is the silent killer, he says, his voice carrying the weight of experience. Daily he stretches, reaching for his toes, rolling his shoulders, keeping his joints lubricated and his muscles pliant. Circulation flows freely, warding off the stiffness that claims so many. But movement is only half the story. Robert's diet is a quiet rebellion against inflammation. His plate brims with salmon and walnuts, rich in omega-3s that soothe swelling, while he sidesteps the sugary traps of pastries and processed snacks that silently erode cartilage. Hydration, too, is non-negotiable. Cartilage, that vital cushion between bones, thrives on water. Robert carries a steel bottle, sipping steadily, ensuring his joints stay supple. People forget the basics, he muses, watching friends gulp coffee instead. Water's the cheapest medicine. Posture ties it all together. Years of slumping can misalign the spine, grinding joints into submission. But Robert stands like a sentinel, shoulders squared, spine elongated. He weaves in mobility drills, small twists and bends, keeping his body aligned. It's not about pricey treatments or quick fixes. It's about intention, choosing foods that heal, movements that protect, and a stance that defies decay. For Robert, pain-free joints aren't luck. They're a reward for decades of quiet vigilance. Number 4, retaining quick reflexes and sharp coordination. Picture this. A glass slips from a table and in a flash, a 76-year-old hand darts out, catching it before it shatters. For most, aging slows the body's rhythm. Reflexes dull, balance wavers, and caution replaces confidence. But for the rare 5%, agility endures. They react with the speed of youth, their coordination a seamless dance of mind and muscle. This isn't chance. It's the result of habits that keep their nervous system humming, their bodies primed for action. Meet George, 76, whose movements defy his years. Step off a curb and his footing adjusts in an instant. Toss him a ball and he snags it midair with a grin. While his peers shuffle or brace for falls, George navigates life with fluidity. His secret? He never let his reflexes rust. Daily, he tracks a tennis ball bouncing against a wall with his eyes, sharpening his visual motor link. He taps his feet to a beat, a playful rhythm that keeps his legs nimble. "It's the little things," he says, chuckling. They add up. Physical training is his backbone. George blends balance drills, standing on one leg, eyes closed, with quick-step exercises that mimic a boxer's shuffle. His core, fortified by planks, anchors every move, reducing the risk of stumbles. Studies affirm this. Seniors who train coordination cut their fall risk dramatically. But diet plays a role too. George fuels his brain with blueberries and almonds, antioxidants, and vitamins firing his neurons, while steering clear of alcohol's sluggish haze. Hydration keeps his nerve signals crisp. Dehydration, he knows, is a reflex's foe. Sleep seals the deal. George treats it like a ritual. No screens after dusk, a cool room, 8 hours of deep rest. "That's when the magic happens," he says, tapping his temple. Poor sleep muddies reactions, but his nights recharge his agility. Together, these habits, training, nutrition, rest, form a shield against time's erosion. George doesn't just move, he flows. A living proof that reflexes can endure with care. Number 5, maintaining a strong, pain-free back. What if your back could carry you through life unbowed, free of the ache that shadows so many? For most seniors, back pain is a constant companion, a dull throb that sharpens with every twist, forcing them into a hunched shuffle. Yet, among the top 5%, there are those who stand tall into their 70s, their spines supple and strong. This isn't a fluke of fate, it's the harvest of deliberate choices that nurture the spine's resilience. Richard, yes, our mobile marvel from earlier, shines here too. At 74, he rises from chairs without a groan, bends to lift a bag of groceries with ease, his posture a straight line of defiance. While others clutch their lower backs or dread movement, Richard thrives. His mornings include a ritual, a slow stretch, hips opening, hamstrings lengthening, back easing into gentle arcs. Tight muscles pull the spine askew, he knows, so he keeps them loose. "It's like oiling a hinge," he says, his tone matter of fact. Strength is his shield. Richard's core, abs, glutes, lower back, is a fortress, built through planks and bridges. Weakness here invites collapse, but his spine has support. He shuns long sits, rising every hour to pace, countering the compression that hardens discs. Posture is his mantra, shoulders back, chin up, even at rest. His diet bolsters this: broths rich in collagen, leafy greens packed with magnesium, water to keep discs plump. The spine's a living thing, he notes. Feed it right. Listening is his final edge. A twinge doesn't linger. He meets it with heat, a walk or rest, nipping pain before it festers. Unlike peers who shrug off discomfort until it's chronic, Richard acts. Back health isn't inevitable decline, it's daily care. For him, a pain-free back is a triumph of habit over resignation. Conclusion. These 5 traits, mobility, mental sharpness, joint health, reflexes, back strength, mark the rare friends who defy aging's grip. They're not superhuman, they're disciplined, weaving movement, nutrition, and rest into lives that pulse with vitality. You've glimpsed their secrets through Richard, Edward, Robert, and George. Ordinary people with extraordinary habits. What resonates with you? Share one lesson below and how you'll wield it. Your voice fuels this journey. If this stirred you, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Your support keeps us crafting stories to inspire. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next time.